Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jackal Daytona. I am Jackson, as well as Mailbox Media, joined in the booth by Matt, as well
Hi,
as
guys.
known as Middle Lane Matt.
We have multiple storylines coming into this weekend and next weekend, of course. And we're looking forward to a great Duel 1, 25 laps each.
Yeah, I'm a little I haven't exactly read the memo on everything that's going on today, but Matt knows what's going on today. Matt is a driver. He's going to be in Duel 2. I'm going to be here in the booth for both Duel 1 as well as Duel 2. However, Matt will be gone for the second one, but he knows what's up. So throughout Duel 1, I think I'm going to learn everything that I need to learn.
That is correct. Quite a few rookies coming into the season. Coming out of D2, we have Yikes Piano and Diamond Beast Law, as well as New Carter. But I'm pretty sure New Carter did not come through D2. I'm pretty sure he is a starting out in D1 driver. Pete who's been around sometimes, is also somebody who came up through D2, I'm pretty sure.
Pidez, I know comes from, or I've seen him on iRacing before. He's one of the IDK player racers or NR Night racers. Trainwreck, always up front.
Always.
Always. Smart coder, really fast. I remember in Bira. Um, a lot of great drivers in this field. I think it's going to set up for a great duel.
You know, Kreesum is coming out of a crushing defeat last season, coming in runner-up on the point standings. He's looking for redemption this season, and where that could start, where better than Daytona. He qualified fairly well today. He qualified inside of Duel 1. How the duels work is they are split between the top 10 drivers. So the top 11 are in Duel 1, and the bottom drivers are in Duel 2.
I actually qualified for this race. I got the person who I qualified for got put in Duel 2. I was not the greatest out there. That's okay. I got him in the race, and that's what's important.
Well, you did better than I did.
Of course I did.
Because coming out of turn 2 on my second lap, I spun. I ran my first lap high, and you're not supposed to do that. I was slow, and it definitely killed my lap.
How did you spin out on your lap 2?
I don't know what I hit. You know, I was
Oh.
just kind of pulling it down the corner, coming off the turn 2, and I spun it right on it. I don't know what happened.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It
One
was
might
a
say.
skill issue. It was a skill issue. Good
Well,
pun, my friend.
you know what? You're still in the duel. You still have a chance to make it. I'm gonna guess not everyone makes it to the 500.
No, sir.
How many people make it into the 500 off the duels?
I think 3 eliminated from Duel 1 and 5 are eliminated from Duel 2. That's
Okay,
what I remember hearing.
that makes
Um,
sense.
yep. Of course, the bottom 11 drivers are in Duel 2. I believe it might be 12 even, because we had 23 qualifiers for this event.
That's a few.
That is quite a few. Probably the most we've had qualify for an event in quite some time.
Well, it is Daytona. A lot of people really want to turn left without having to brake.
Turning left and fast.
Yeah, turn real left and real fast.
Yep. And, really looking forward to this one. You think we should interview somebody?
Can we do that?
I don't know, let's probably not do that.
Yeah. Maybe. How about we pull someone in mid race? I think that's a good idea.
That is a good idea. Who do you wanna talk about?
Well, I believe Kyle Busch. I believe this is Kyle Busch YT is on the pole.
That is correct. He qualified for the pole in this event. A very strong qualifying effort. Incredibly strong, one might say. Stop dancing. Stop it.
No more of that.
Very strong out of him. We're going to look for him to be out front very often in this race.
Yeah, as we saw, though, me and you participated in a practice race a while ago. A lot of large runs that can formulate out of these cars, a lot of high side passing, a lot of a lot of mischief that is available to happen. These drivers are going to have to, in the 500, stay clean, just do what they need to. As the command to start your engines has been given, all the engines start on pit road. But they're definitely going to have to be patient. But in this, only 25 laps to get
It's a
into the 500. I think we're going to see a lot of lead changing, a lot of passing, and a bit of crashing.
hmm. I expect at least one caution out of this race for 25 laps, which is not a lot of time to get what you need done at Daytona. It's
I'm
a very
actually
short
expecting
race.
3 cautions.
3.
That's my guess.
I guess
And
we'll have to see.
I think Duel 1 is going to have 3, and Duel 2 is going to have 2.
Hmm. You're thinking less for the slower drivers?
I am.
Hmm. You have high expectations for us.
No. However, however, I think I think there's a chance that there's going to be some. Here's what's planning out in my head. All right, Duel 2, right? There's going to be a lot of people just focused on making it to the end. It's the slower guys, meaning they all they need to do is get into the 500. That's all they're planning on doing. They're not trying to get a super good starting position or anything like that. They're just trying to get in.
Hmm.
So they're not going to be fighting for the lead as hard. They're just going to be fighting in the back. I think there's going to be a couple guys who go around near the start or near the end and can't catch back up. I think the field is going to get spread out a little bit, and then there's only going to be 2 cautions.
I think that is a fairly good idea for this race. I think that is a fairly decent plan and idea for this one. As we see
um,
the cars rolling off of pit road. Forming up on the outside, we see Trainwreck and Yikes Piano on the pole in row 1.
oh, Kyle Busch YT.
Kyle Busch routine. No, that's Yikes Piano.
It is?
Yes.
Oh,
In row 2, we have I'm Senti and Diamond Beast Law. Diamond had a very strong qualifying effort, stronger than he expected it to be. If the field would form up.
with these cars, there is a whole lot of. You can get wheel damage, you can get engine damage, even from hitting someone under pacing, you can damage your car. That is unlike a lot of leagues currently. So they will have to be careful, as we did see that red Toyota. I'm not entirely sure who that
Yeah,
slammed into the back of the 93 car.
I
Hopefully
am
that didn't
quite.
make any issue.
Yeah, I'm afraid that may have given him an issue. I don't know, but that seems like it could have been an issue. All right, as the field forms back up, we see row 3. That is who is that? Who is that in the 93?
In the 93, yeah, that's what I'm looking
That's
for.
Crimson Incel with
Ah,
DSA Majors to his outside. Row
yeah.
4, we have
Sorry
Smart
about that.
Coded and Phil Almighty. Row 5, we have Freezem and Pita has to his outside. And then, rounding out the field, will be New Carter, 11. He is one of the people that I don't know what to expect out of him this season. I don't know much about him. And it will be interesting to see what happens. Okay, I gotta turn Jackal up here for a little bit. All right, we will be going green next time by, I assume.
Pace car lights go out.
And this incredibly strong field is itching to go.
Well, most of them. A lot of them are dropping back currently. A
Mm.
little far behind. But the rest of them are all itching to go.
That you are right.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Trainwreck in an 88 car before. I may be totally wrong about that.
I think he's ran SCR a couple times in the 88.
Okay.
Yeah. But very good looking car out of him. Very good looking cars in this front row, I must say. What an excellent looking 18 car.
I must say I'm not the biggest fan of Senti's 89 car. It's
It could have
great.
been done
I love
better.
it. Yeah.
I might ask him if he wants me to redo it. Probably for the best.
I like what he was going for.
Yep. He probably did the best with what he could.
I couldn't have done better.
I could have.
Maybe I could have too, but that's besides the
But
point.
that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect, as we get a little bit of rubber banding there. I don't know if you got that on your end, but I
Nope,
did.
all you.
Oh, dang.
Your Pennsylvania Wi-Fi.
Shush.
I
At least I'm not Canadian like somebody.
don't know who you'd be talking about as they're in the grass cooling down the tires.
And the grass going up the tires.
All right, getting ready to go green this time. The pace car pulls off on the front straightaway down pit road, side by side, coming to the restart zone.
We're getting ready. We're getting ready. Pull them belts tight one more time. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Daytona.
Outside lane gets not the greatest of a start. The inside lane with no help. Everyone stays off of each other. A little bit of a nudge from the 93 to the 89.
I don't know if that's what Diamond really wanted to do on the start there. He might be trying to form up with teammate Smartcoder in the 12 and Pita there in the 92, but that was quite a slow start as we see the outside lane just did not form up.
Not at all. A lot of them tried to move down to the bottom lane as we see the 93 of Crimson Incel moving up to the high side, got moved out of line. Same thing with the 18, moved out of line.
Quite a bit of a push there from the 12. Looks like he checked up before he hit him.
The 12 is pushing really hard, 3 wide down the front straightaway.
Yikes Piano on the outside. He's going to drop back in line behind Senti, but Diamond goes just wide enough, but Smartcoder is going to let him back in line.
Phil Almighty had issues. Phil Almighty is an entire straightaway behind as they are 3 wide. That 12 car wants to move.
Oh, dang. Do you know what happened to him?
I'm not sure. I didn't see.
Hmm. Might have got
Oh,
spun.
Grissom looking to make it 3 wide. Was not able to get there.
We now have teammates controlling the field out front, but up the track goes Smartcoder. Diamond is going to try and bring him with him. Senti down to the bottom. They're going to run the high line this time. That being said,
Oh,
ooh, car around. There goes the 89.
up and
Oh, hard
over
in
on
the
his
inside
side.
wall. Looks like he's going to be able to keep going, though.
No caution.
No caution for that single car spin. That's something that should be noted. If there is a single car spin, it will not be called as oh, never mind. It got called as a caution. Famous last words, folks.
It will not be called as. Oh, there it is.
Well, last night it wasn't when the D2 duels.
Race back on the high line. All
Oh,
the way up near the wall. Diamond getting pushed by Smartcoder with help from the 92.
okay.
Trainwreck stuck in the middle.
So this just in from race control. If there is too much damage on a car, it will be called as a caution.
Enough. Got to make sure that car is able to get off the track.
Correct, Mundo. We see Diamond pulling ahead into first with Smartcoder in second. And the field is being ordered to check up so they can let the pace car out in front of it. We're stacking up a little bit. I gotta say, excellent run out of the 4 and the 12 so far. The 93 is having a decent run, although he was shuffled around a little bit there. Some great runs all around. And this is going to be really good for Phil. Phil, who I don't know what happened on the start there. I don't know if he spun around or what happened, but now he is going to be able to catch back up to this field and be a real player in this race.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Yeah, Phil was so far behind. He was only losing time the entire time. Everyone else with the draft, he had no way he could have caught up. But with his caution, he'll be right back up with the field. Hopefully, he does not do the same thing that he did last time, which is, who knows? Also, going to give that 89 car just a little bit of a break.
I gotta say, this is a great break for everybody who's at the front of the field. Now, they do need to pit for fuel at some point during this race. That is what was happening last night in D2. So it will be interesting what we see here on pit road for strategy.
Everyone down pit road.
You are not allowed to pass entering pits as well, so we may see some penalties there in the back. Nobody sped though. So we see the 76 makes the box. New Carter, that may be a TTB for him. We see DSA Majors going TTB for being out of the box. And it looks like Senti may also be. He is. I don't
Henrik
know
is
what's
also
going on
about
there.
a half inch away from a penalty there. He was able to stay inside, though.
Yep. I'm not exactly sure quite what the ruling is on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's the black or the white.
Yeah. And it looks like Senti is also pitting for damage, so that's probably why he wasn't called on anything. Uh-huh. Now for Senti, let's say you drive straight through your box. Is he what's the deal with Senti there? Because he is not in his box. And for those viewers at home, um, the ruling is if you are on the white, you're all right. On the black, not so much.
Oh, yeah? Is that how it is, Matt?
I'm not going to comment on that second part. Lead the fifth, folks. Now we will be getting the 1 to green this time. Pace car lights will be off. Pace car lights are off on the Chevrolet Jackal Racing
Choose
pace
cone,
car.
choose cone, choose cone.
Who goes where?
Everyone to the bottom? Nope, I don't think that was choose cone.
That was choose
Unless we
cone.
stay single file.
I'm pretty sure it's choose cone.
Oh yeah.
'Cause, like,
One car went up high.
uh, and I don't even know if he can take it because he was TTB.
Yeah. No, he
Was he
definitely can.
TTB? Oh,
Even
really?
if he was, he went to the back. It's not his fault. Everyone went low. I
This is
believe that
true.
is up to second for him. But
Wow!
he's gonna get freight train on this restart.
Well, that is for certain, but I will say, what a play, and we'll see if a gap opens up for him on the bottom. That could be very interesting, to say the least. We have XMS teammates lined up on the bottom. We have Yikes Piano and Kreesum there. It's going to be very interesting to see those two get lined up and try to see if they can draft ahead of the field.
Really surprised. No one went up to the top. I feel like even with just two cars, you could defend on that outside lane for maybe a half a lap, trying to
Oh,
get in front of the leaders.
you can run away from the field on the high side. There is speed there.
There definitely is. Entering the corner on the bottom, you lose about 7 miles an hour from your original speed.
Right?
With draft, probably a little bit more, but without draft, around 7 miles an hour running the bottom. Um, and that helps a lot to run the top, especially with draft when that is exponentially higher amount of speed lost from compared to what you had.
Yep. And here we are, coming into the restart zone now. Yikes Piano on the bottom, Senti on the top. And of course, the outside lane does not get the restart they want. But look at the back of the field.
Going absolutely nowhere as one car goes up to the high side. That's a 76 car. Thinks about it. 89 decides to back down.
Senti finds his hole in the bottom due to those 4 cars lagging behind. Now, I can't help but wonder, since those are all Coded Sky cars, if this is some kind of crazy strategy that those 3 are working through.
After that pit stop, I'm not sure how much fuel they have in total, but there's a chance that if they, after that pit stop, got an extra 5 laps of fuel, if they save for the rest of the time, maybe chill in the back with each other, there's a
Oh,
chance that they could
car
make it.
blown up. That is New Carter. Bad, bad news for New Carter.
It looks like he got in the wall fairly hard, not enough to make the engine blow, so I'm not exactly sure what just happened there.
Now, I wonder if he's going to get the black flag for leaving smoke out on the track.
Well, smoking is very bad for you, so I would assume so.
It is very carcinogenic,
There it
folks.
is.
There it is, the black flag for New Carter 11. What a bad time for New Carter.
That high side only has 2 cars on it. The 89 going to go high, trying to make it 3. But they're pulling away from the field.
And look how much these guys in the back are slowing up here. 3 cars in the back trying to link up. I didn't see what happened to New Carter.
New Carter? I believe he got into the outside wall. I believe the 89 helped him get there.
For
Little
certain.
door slam. So they are 3 wide now. Going back down to 2.
Oh, I am lagged. Here we go. We got XMS cars on the high side, Poseidon low. And we also see New Carter on pit road, pitting for damage. This is going to be really bad news for him. He's probably going to go a lap down here. This may take him out of the 250.
Yeah, very sad. As we were talking about, 3 get eliminated from this race, so that leaves it a little bit easier for the rest of this field if he is out of this race. Currently, that 4 car is on the cutoff line.
You are correct, sir. Now, if we are spouting some nonsense, I'm sure Race Control will correct us, but that as it stands right now, I'm pretty sure New Carter will be out of the 250.
Out of the what?
The 250. I don't
There
know.
you
Let me slur my words in peace.
Let you slur? All right. Huge
Ooh,
run
what
to
a
the inside.
run!
He's going to have to give that one up.
Oh man, what a... Ooh, but that's gonna get those 2 Poseidon cars out of line! That could have been very bad for those 2. It still goes up the racetrack.
There has been some huge
Ooh, contact
pushes.
between the 24 and 88! Pushed hard!
Huge pushes from the 27 as well. They're really fighting for it.
Some of these cars just are not linking up as good as they need to.
I believe those cars in the back still saving fuel. I think they can make it to the end. I think they think that they can make it to the end. Here comes a run to the inside for the 27. Creasem to the inside.
And
Trying to
I
make it
think,
work. Pushes Phil Almighty to the outside.
and update on New Carter, he also sped on the pit road.
Oh no.
So he has to perform a drive-through, which he is doing currently. Which means he is about to go a lap down. We see him on pit road now.
Oh, 1 car spinning in the back. The 98 car.
Who's in the 98?
See here. That is Pitas.
Oh, no, not
92, not the
Pitas.
98. He went around off the tail end of the field, spun to the inside wall, came back
Oh,
up.
what a run out of Senti! Here he comes up the outside!
Senti all by himself, trying to make it to the lead. Trainwreck with a run, Trainwreck letting off.
Oh, is he gonna get there? Barely
Trainwreck
doesn't get
is not
there.
going to let him.
And it looks like the Poseidon cars have officially been separated.
Oh,
but
huge
here
run
comes
for
the
Senti
XMS
once
cars.
again. I believe that Trainwreck might have been letting go of the pedal to get him in front of him.
Maybe so, but the Poseidon cars have been split up. This is a Shocks car on the outside, the 89, and we see XMS cars in the bottom as well, the 27 and 18. It looks like these teams are working really well together, at least trying to.
Not entirely sure what Senti's plan is here. He had the bottom open. He did not go for it. He's still running the high side by himself. Here comes Phil Almighty to the inside. It's going to move the 27 of Creasem to the outside. He's going to go back down to the inside. No one going to help that 98 car of Senti.
We now see the teammates of Trainwreck 7 and Phil working together, but a bit of a bungled push there is going to separate them too.
14 laps into it.
Ooh, the pace car's out.
That's not supposed to be there.
No caution so far for that. Okay.
Trainwreck still leading. Senti still using huge runs on the outside to stay with him. Burning up probably a lot of fuel. He's probably been full throttle this whole time. Trainwreck has been letting off a lot. Probably saving fuel a lot more than Senti. Senti finally goes down to the bottom.
I don't think it's as much of saving fuel more than it is, as we see Pidez in the grass. I think it's more controlling the amount of space behind you.
Caution.
Caution's out. This is going to be good news for New Carter, who is 2 laps down. Coming to the race back, it is Senti leading the field.
As much as is controlling the gap, you said?
Yes, I think it's more controlling the gap than anything else.
Oh,
As
watch
these
out.
and apologies out of the pace car, as he admits he should have stayed on the apron. At least it's not Bira pace car shenanigans. So Pidez has a lot of damage right now, and he says he is going to restart his router.
Really how he went around. Lag
Hmm.
issues.
Some excellent strategy plays and some excellent racing out of here, but I think 2 cars may automatically be eliminated here. We see Pidez, who is 1 lap down and still needs to pit, as well as Senti, who is 2.
He's the leader.
Oh, we can interview somebody. Who do you
Oh,
want to
we
grab?
could. Could grab Senti.
Let's get Senti. Yeah, let's do it. Hello, Senti. This is Middle Lane Matt and Clone Trooper up in the booth.
Hello?
How is your
Oh,
race going so far?
pretty good. Although I just missed my pit stall.
Completely
Ooh,
your fault. Trainwreck kind of bullied you out of your pit stall, so I don't think you should get a penalty for that. But
we will see. So we see DSA Majors pulling out of pit stops first, and Phil following him, as well as Kreesum, then Senti, followed by Trainwreck, Incel, then Kyle Busch, who is Yex Piano, and Diamond falling out last, followed by Diamond.
so Senti, I want to hear about your strategy over the last few laps. There, you were running the high side by yourself, almost refusing to go down to the bottom, even when it had it open. Tell me, what was your strategy there in those last few laps when you were up there by yourself?
Well, I was surprised that I could still run the top and stick with the 88 with no one behind me. So I think the top line could be a strategy late in the race.
And after this, are you good on fuel?
I think so.
Okay.
If there's a caution, I'll definitely pit again for fuel, but after that, I think we'll be good.
10-4.
Now, how much fuel are you burning through right now? As we see,
Um,
somebody has blown up in front of the field.
it's about
He does,
like
yeah.
when was the first caution? Was it lap
Um,
9?
I
I think it
believe
was
so.
lap 4, I thought.
Okay. Well, by lap 14, I was at 46% fuel and I pit for 100%.
Gotcha. So we see Trainwreck going back down pit road again. Several cars going back down pit road again. We see Yikes Piano. It looks like Diamond Beastlaw and Smart Coder all going down pit road again.
As well as Trainwreck.
Yes. Well, I did say Trainwreck the
I
first
did not
time.
hear that.
My bad. Anyway, Senti. So you don't have any teammates in this event.
Nope.
How are you dealing with that? How are you coping with that?
Um, I
Is there
well, me and Trainwreck were working pretty well together at the start of the race. I
right?
think that he's someone I could trust. But yeah, I don't have any teammates. All of them are in the second duel.
How does it feel to be the only one potentially locked in to the 250 of your team?
It feels pretty good because I'm a reserve, so
Mhm.
I'm proving to my team owner that I can race full time.
There you go. I
Well,
think
thank
we're
you
gonna.
for joining us. we are going to let you go.
All right.
So good luck on this restart, and
Thank you.
good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, sorry if I'm stepping on your feet a little bit. I'm trying not to.
Mine? No, I think I just stepped on yours.
Yeah, I was about to be like, "Oh, bye, buddy," and you're just like, "Well, we're gonna let you go."
I didn't want to keep him in here for too long. I felt
Yeah, I
bad, but it
know.
was just awkward silence.
Yep. We now see DSA Majors to the front of the field. That is a blank car because somebody didn't upload their scheme fast enough. All right, it seems like the pace car lights are about to go off. I believe.
Going this time.
Yep. And we're gonna see the 27 car jump up to the outside, followed by Trainwreck and Yikes Piano.
Couple more cars than last time. I think they saw what the outside can really do. I'm surprised Senti stayed low.
Yeah, if anybody was gonna jump up there, I figured it was gonna be Senti.
Yeah, me too.
Now, I could definitely see him slotting in line behind the 18 or something on the restart. I could see him trying to do something like that. But that just doesn't seem like the kind of move he would make.
Yeah, the majority of the cars still on the bottom lane. We're going to see how they can do on this restart. Obviously, the reason why the outside lane has not gotten a great restart is because we have not seen a leader go to the outside lane. The restarts are on the leader. You cannot pass the leader before the starting line, and with how low the torque is on these cars, especially with the Daytona setup, it's a little bit hard to time it to where the outside lane does not go super slow. But if you're really good, you can do it.
Right, you are. And we also see Pides, who was a lap down earlier, has now caught back up to the field. New Carter is back down 1 lap. So, Pides back into this event, and New Carter potentially back in as well. We'll see how this restart goes and if we get another caution. It is not over yet. We
Mark
have.
Coder on the cutoff line. Sorry, you go.
Sorry about that. But correct you are. Smart Coder is on that cutoff line. It's right now, I'd say it's between him and Diamond, between those two spots. And what a fight it may be for those last three.
Still got a lot of time in this race left. We have 7 laps when we go green here.
Coming to 6, I think, actually.
Nuh-uh. Green flag.
Oh. And what an even start for those two front runners, but not so great between the 88 and 24.
Down to the bottom
Oh,
goes.
trying to slot in. He doesn't do it. Problems. A pinball. The 89 becomes.
3 wide, still making it work.
24 slots in behind his teammate.
4-car trying.
Oh, pushing a bit too hard.
Grass, 3 wide, coming back up onto the track. Trainwreck going to stay in second.
Crease him up on the high side, trying to pass by DSA Majors.
The 4-car of Diamond making it 3 wide on that high lane with help from Smart Coder.
And Pides, both teammates.
Line. 3 by 3 by 3 down the front straightaway.
We are 3 deep at Daytona.
Not a lot of speed for that outside lane just yet. We're going to see what kind of run they can get down the back straightaway.
Now, the worry here for them is if those 3 get together, if they get blocked, because they can get blocked pretty hard as we come down the back straightaway. I'm making some Clint Boyer commentary. It's contact between DSA Majors and Creasem.
Into the outside wall goes the 18.
Sounds like Yikes Piano around.
Oh, heavy hit into the outside
wall. Creasem will be your leader to the line. Now this is going to set up for a very, very big restart, folks. We are in for a show.
As Yikes Piano in the 18 car, his engine is kaput. He hit the wall first, got sent back up as 2 cars almost wrecked each other on the bottom lane, came up into him. He went into the outside wall, turned himself on the front bumper of Smart Coder, or of Diamond Beastlaw, I meant. They both went to the outside wall. Diamond might have damage, but no engine damage that is visible.
All I can say is this is starting to get Very intense, very fast. I'm really curious to see what happens if we get any pitters this time.
Currently
Now,
on caution number 3. So far, I'm right, but we'll see. There might be another one. We still have, I believe it's going to be green-white checkered when we go green, if not a 3-lap shootout.
I believe so. Now that being said, New Carter is going to get his lap back. He's officially back in this show.
Let's go!
Let's go for New Carter.
Everyone in the field's going to be on the lap this time.
New kid on the block, New Carter. And Piano is definitely going to have to pit here. He has a blown engine. So I'm really curious to see who comes down pit road here and who doesn't.
I think everyone should be good on fuel. I think we're going to see New Carter go down, and Trainwreck is making it look like he will. And
He will. And
he will.
He doesn't take Phil with him though. We see all 3 coated Sky cars come down pit road as well.
Prism leading that pack that stayed out.
I think staying out might have been the right call there.
I think so as well. But we're going to see what they can do here. I'm not sure why Trainwreck pit. He should be good on fuel.
I think it's probably for tires, honestly. He might have been sliding around a little bit and felt that tires were the right call.
Prism most definitely has enough fuel. Your leader, great on tires. No reason for him to pit. Let's see. Trainwreck. He is in the back. We could have seen what he was at beforehand. It's a little bit too late now. We're going to look at Phil Almighty. He's good on fuel too.
So what's coming out here when we come off pits, of these guys who pitted, the Poseidon cars are now separated because Phil stayed out. Now what this means is quite interesting because I don't know if they're going to work with the 93 and 89. That could definitely complicate things.
As well as some very fast cars in the back, going to be trying to make their way up through the field just within 2 laps. It's not going to be easy for them. Going to be very aggressive. I'm talking Pidez as well as the 4 car of Diamond as well as Carter. Has not been able to be up at the front of the field pretty much this whole time. A lot of bad luck striking for him. He's going to be wanting to be aggressive and follow that 4 and the 92 all the way to the front. Smart Coder has been on that cutoff line all race. Never been able to get really up to the front. He's been trying the high side a lot. Has not been working out for him. But he's got the help of Trainwreck, who's been the leader this entire time. Trainwreck is going to be leading him through the field. We'll see what we can get here.
And here we come to the choose cone. Phil barely missing the choose cone there. If you hit the choose cone, it is a TTB.
Senti going high once again. He knows that he can make it work, as well as he's going to have help by pushing the 93 car of Crimson Incel. Only 2 cars on that high side lane, but that's only the amount that you need. Let's see if Crimson can get a good restart here.
Oh shit, I have Icky kind of muted right now, so I didn't hear what he just said.
I've had him muted this entire time.
Go ahead and speak back up, Icky. Okay. So we come to this restart. It is going to be quite interesting to see what happens. Crism, Incel, that is your front row. DSA Majors and Senti in your second row. And then 2 cars, 2 wide back there for row 3, Little Almighty, and Yikes Piano. I am very interested to see how this goes.
Gonna have a 2-lap shootout here at Daytona to decide who gets to make it into the 500. Gonna be very aggressive.
Do you have a pick right now? Do you have any kind of idea who might be going in and who might be staying out?
Well, I think I think a lot of cars are going to get in, and not a lot of cars are going to get out. That's my bet.
Do you have a pick for the win?
Oh, for the win. You know what? I'm going to go with Senti. Great on that outside lane. I mean, not a name that I've seen before, but I think he's got it.
I'm going to have to go with Trainwreck as we come to the restart. And what a restart for that bottom line.
Yeah, the outside lane not moving a lot off that restart. Trainwreck all the way up to 4th off this restart. Currently in 5th, but he's going to get there as that outside lane has no help. Senti going all the way to the back. Senti going to move in line. Almost goes around.
Single file out front, single file out back. Incel is dropping to the rear of this field.
Big run coming all the way through the field.
Oh,
Trainwreck
contact
tries to
between
block
12 and
Smart Coder.
92. Oh, contact made between the 89 and 92.
Lots of pushing coming from the 18 car.
Into the
Trainwreck
outside
into the
wall,
outside wall.
Outside wall.
Rounding out at turn number 4. White
Contact.
flag this time.
We saw some major contact between the 92 and 89. Who is out of this one?
Trainwreck and Phil Almighty trying to make that high side work. Smart Coder in the middle. Diamond's going to go with him.
4 wide in the back there. Contact. Trainwreck around.
Trainwreck put himself around. He's going to save it. No caution.
Who is out? Who is going to be out? Creasum leading him. Incel to the outside. Pitas pushed onto the apron.
He's going to try to take it back. He's going to be able to before the corner. No, he won't. Yes, he will.
4 around goes
in.
through Carter. Senti around.
Up and over.
Carter up and over.
As it is DS Majors out of turn 4 for the final time. He's going to win it here at Daytona for duel number 1.
What an excellent show, folks. What an excellent show.
As the rest of the field comes across the line, we're going to see their final finishing positions. I saw one car go up and over. I believe it was the 76 car. But Crimson Incel, no. Trainwreck is going to be the final transition. Crimson Incel, New Carter, and I'm Senti are out of it.
Dang, what a terrible ending for Senti. He was so fast in this event. Now, I don't know if he truly is eliminated, because I don't know the exact rules, but from what I heard, it was... we got to work on an outro here. Outro is outro.
That is all from Duel 1 here at Daytona. We saw 2 cars up and over this race. An amazing finish, multiple crashes on the final lap. But DS Majors, your winner, and Trainwreck, your final transition spot. Everyone in between are going to the 500. But once again, Crimson Incel, New Carter, as well as I'm Senti, we believe, are not going to make it in. Thank you for watching. We will be back for Duel 2 here at Daytona.